This month, I thought it'd be really great to keep the theme of the current energy, the focus, and the guidance. But I also thought, since it's March and springtime is coming, there's some stuff that's been laying dormant, and there's some energy that feels like it's ready to bloom. And so I thought I would do an additional card of what is ready to bloom for you this month. Hello and welcome to your March guidance reading. So this is my first video back after my mom's death last month, or at the end of January. So it's a little, I don't know, I was having a time getting ready this morning and getting ready to record this video. Usually it's something that I really feel happy to do, and although I am really excited, I did have some apprehension about doing it, so I just wanted to be honest. And it's so funny because I have a couple of new things, new equipment and things like that. So I was having a time getting this to work because I'm wearing a microphone, and so I'm gonna have to adjust the volume and all of this stuff. So anyways, this month I do have 3 readings for you to choose from. I, as usual, am using stones, but I'm using these cute little heart stones. This is an amethyst heart stone, which I might make some jewelry out of to sell. And I have some news about products coming up soon, but I'll make a separate video about updates. But I'm really excited about that. So that's for the first reading. Amethyst is really good for the third eye and crown chakra. It's really good for perception and connecting to your higher source, your higher self, the universe, God, spirit, whatever it is that you call it, that thing that's outside of you, but also is a part of you that is that you're connected to, that knows everything, and you are connected to that. So amethyst is really a great stone to use for meditation. It's really great to maybe wear around your heart or put on your third eye or on the crown chakra when you're meditating, doing Reiki, or any kind of energy work, even breath work. I've had clients do that, but then it falls off sometimes throughout the meditation or throughout the breathwork meditation. The second reading, I'll be using rose quartz. Really beautiful stone for energy, heart energy, for protection, protecting your tender heart. I always have some rose quartz available for myself. It's really close by, and rose quartz is, again, beautiful stone for heart harmony. Then I'm also using, I believe this is a masonite heart, or no, jade heart. Anyways, I'm using this stone, this third stone, again, really good for the heart chakra, but really also helps with healing traumatic memories or traumatic healing trauma. Just gonna say healing trauma. So I do have those 3 stacks for you to choose from. As usual, I am putting a timestamp in the description box below. So if you want to, you can skip to your reading, or you can listen to all of the readings and see which one resonates the best for you, or you can use one of each of the readings in different areas of your life. It's however you want to do it. Just a reminder that these are general readings, but if you did want a personalized reading, you can find the information to book a service with me down below in the description box. So without further ado, let's get into it. So the first reading, we are going to be using the amethyst stone. Really beautiful stone for third eye and perception and connection to your higher self, connection to your source, connection to all those things. And again, we are doing a 4-card draw for this month. We're going to do current energy, focus, and guidance, but we're also going to do what is ready to bloom for you this month. What is it that's been dormant over the winter? Because I know we're still in winter, but it feels like there's something that's ready to come out. So let's see what guidance source has for you. So current energy, your focus, the guidance from source, and what is ready to bloom in your life. The amethyst reading. Okay. Wow. I always get I don't know, like if I'm surprised or if I'm like just in awe of like how the universe works. Your current energy, it feels like you are carrying lots of burdens. It feels like you are going up this hill. It feels like there is no support. It feels like you're carrying others on your back too, as you see there with this 10 of Wands energy. You are focused on some romance. You're focused on moving forward. You're focused on your emotions, but also maybe not romance, but it could be romance, but you're focused on like that idea of having fast moving emotions or wanting the emotions to move from you. It's so beautiful because the guidance from Source is that, you know, you have this new beginning available to you, new beginning of love, new beginning of ways to view your emotions, this new beginning that is ready there to bloom for you. What's ready to bloom is maybe looking at things in a different light. Some people don't like this card because it can be like, oh, you're just hanging around and waiting. But really the guidance from Source for you, I'm really feeling that Source is really asking you to know that you're really close. There's a lot of things that have been on your plate or been handed to you that have felt burdensome. You may have been feeling stagnant in your career, maybe stagnant in your home, stagnant in the way things are moving. That's what's been lying dormant for you. It feels like things are moving really slow, like at a snail's pace. It feels like you're doing all the things that you've been able to do. And it feels like you've done a lot of work too in allowing the universe to help kind of move things for you. You've taken risks. You've done things in this last year, and I don't mean like the last couple of months. I mean in the last year. So like since March of last year, March of 2021, you have been doing a lot of work, especially in the emotional realm. You've been doing a lot of work with how you handle relationships. And you're right at that pinnacle, right at that peak. And maybe even having actually come down from that peak, like you've reached a peak and then now you're like on the downside of it. But it really feels to you like you are having to push through. It really feels to you like you're, maybe this might be the most difficult of the challenges that you've felt within the last year. But just know that Source is waiting for you to have and feel when the time is right. That feels really frustrating to say because it also feels like that is something that you don't want to hear because Source is really saying to wait just a bit. Wait until you know with 100% certainty that it's time to move forward. Wait until you know that the opportunity is right to move forward, whether it's with a relationship, whether it's in regards to your emotions and how you feel. Source is really asking you to dip back into those feelings, and not the flighty feelings, not the feelings of like fast moving energy and fast moving love, because fast moving things are great, but sometimes holding things close to your heart, holding things close to that space, really knowing and really feeling that emotion that the time is right to move is going to help, because otherwise you are going to feel like this. This is what's dormant. This is how you might be feeling right now, like you're holding on to something, like you're waiting for something to happen. But really, it's the knowing, that internal knowing before you move forward, before you take a step forward, and really being able to look at things and perceive things in a different way, and really being able to connect to your higher self, and really being able to connect to your intuition to know when's the right time to move. Maybe there's planning that has to happen. And when I'm saying move, there is that movement feeling that is what you're focused on. You're focused on moving. You're focused on getting out of there fast. You're focused on, moving to that next emotion. You don't want to feel burdened anymore. And so Source is really asking you to hold on, to wait until the time is right for you. So that's the reading for the Amethyst reading. Okay, so for the second reading, we are using rose quartz. Again, a really beautiful stone for the heart chakra, but also for protection from your tender heart, or protection of your tender heart, not from, maybe from other people that may want to, that's interesting, that may want to not pay attention to how tender your heart is, and not value the emotional person that you are. And anger is an emotion too, by the way. It isn't just, feeling sad or feeling anxiety. Anxiety is not an emotion, but feeling, it's not just feeling in love and feeling all warm and kind-hearted. Again, I'm using words that are not part of emotion, but this feels like the energy of you. You're somebody who wears their heart on their sleeves, and maybe some people don't appreciate it in the way that you appreciate. Maybe you're somebody who does a lot of acts of service, who really thinks about other people, and you feel like it's not reciprocated, or your energy is not reciprocated. I don't know. Let's see. So current energy. What is the focus for March? What is the guidance for March? And what is ready to bloom that has been feeling stagnant for this month? Okay, wow. So you are in a position where you're ready to go. Your current energy is that of somebody who is ready to take the leap. Your current energy feels like you want to make a move or a few moves, but you're also feeling a little nostalgic about certain things. You're feeling maybe a little bit like you're ready to again move forward, leave some things behind. What is ready to bloom for you is this incredible energy of leaving things behind that don't serve you anymore, of really saying, picking a choice, picking a choice, making a choice to move. Like, this isn't the energy of somebody who doesn't know what they want. Like, you know what you want and you're ready to go. And the guidance from Source is that it is all available for you. Make a wish and it's granted. Make a wish and it is available to you. Sometimes it can feel like there are other people or other circumstances that can get in the way. Other people's thoughts, they're not your thoughts. There may be some people that are maybe chiming in your current situation. Again, not valuing who you are as a person, not valuing your ideas, not valuing your emotional state, not valuing this really loving person that you are, this really peaceful person that you are. But Source is asking you to not pay attention to the peanut gallery. Why? I never use that word, but not pay attention to the peanut gallery, to not pay attention to those people who really don't have your best interest at heart. There's sometimes when people want to throw their ideas at you, or want to make their ideas your idea. But Source is really asking you to look at your heart, look inside. What are your desires? What are the things that you know for sure that you want? What are those things? And if you're not sure of what those things are, then you really can't move forward. You really can't take this forward momentum. You really can't take that leap. And that may be also, that's interesting. There may be other people's thoughts that are really getting in the way because you're not sure. other people's thoughts really aren't able to harm you or to hinder you unless you feel like they can. Other people's thoughts and what other people have done really isn't part of your journey. And so Source is really asking you, again, look inside your heart, because that which you desire is available to you. That which you desire is coming in. Your ship is on its way in. But it's up to you to choose and decide and to listen and look within your heart. Again, using those emotions that you have that are available, that make you the great person that you are, using that to move forward, really paying attention to how you feel, really paying attention to your feelings, like really dipping into your heart this month and really taking the time, setting the time aside, maybe for meditation, maybe for journaling, maybe for a walk in the park, maybe really paying attention to the small miracles, especially if there is a lot of people that are in your focus, that what you're focused on, a lot of people that may be saying things that maybe your dream isn't a solid dream. Maybe your dream isn't something that is realizable. Maybe you're to this or to that. I'm hearing a lot of, maybe you should settle down. Maybe it's like you're too old to be doing this. I don't know. Like, it feels like that kind of energy, but you are ready to take that leap. Source is saying, whatever you desire is available to you. And what's ready to bloom is the moving forward, that fiery energy, the Three of Wands energy, that leaving other things that don't serve you behind and just really moving forward. So that's the reading for the rose quartz. For the third reading, we are using our green heartstone. Really great for heart chakra energy, really great for balancing out the reciprocal energy of the heart, for the giving and the receiving, for holding those things in your heart close and true, for really healing. There's a really healing energy with this stone, healing trauma, again, coming up for you. So this month we are doing a guidance reading for the current energy of March. What is the focus for March? What is the guidance for March from Spirit? And what is blooming? What has been dormant and is ready to bloom for you? Yay, so good. Okay, what is ready to bloom for you? I want to start there first, because as I said earlier, reciprocal energy, healing the heart, using both the masculine and the feminine energy, standing together, and really joining in to that feeling of love and that feeling of reciprocal energy, and not romance, like a real partnership, and making the choice to have that be part of your reality. A lot of the times people go into a partnership without actually making the choice to be interdependent, without making the choice to be a part of somebody's life, but also have autonomy. It's really important for me to say that, especially if you're somebody that's healing from trauma. In trauma, depending on what kind of trauma, this feels like a relational trauma that's happened in the past, but you've done, and maybe traumas, but you've done a lot of work on yourself, and you've really taken yourself into the space where you can be with somebody without being a part of them, where you know where you end and somebody else begins, where you know where things are not one-sided, where there's a giving and receiving, where the things that you create, you can send out to the world without expecting them to come back. Knowing that you can give and receive, knowing that it's okay to show up fully 100% as the person you are, because you've really come through a cycle. The world, there's this energy of having completed a cycle. And you have completed a cycle of energy. You have completed this cycle of energy that is like you've triumphed over some things. You've gone through the things. You've taken the fool's journey. You've gone through all the things. You've looked within your heart, because that is where your focus is on this month, is really completing a cycle, really moving forward. What's ready to spring forward, again, is the partnership. What's ready to spring forward is the choice to have an interdependent relationship, and a strong one at that too. Making that choice and choosing to be autonomous, and also to be in a partnership, in a relationship. Partnership, relationship, partnership. I feel like those words, sometimes they can mean different things, and obviously they're different words, but I feel like that is what is in your heart. That's what's really the cycle that's been completed. The cycle that's been completed is the things that have been in your, and the thing that has been in your heart is a partnership. That is really lovely, because it is through networking through other relationships that you will, interestingly enough, find the partnership. And it's not in the way that you thought. It's connections. It's all about connections. Source also really wants you to know to ground more than you've been grounding before. You might have already been doing it, but grounding, what do I mean by that? Putting your feet on the ground, really taking the energy, rooted energy, stability energy, really focusing on building a foundation, really focusing on building a home. But it's not going to come, your home, your foundation is not going to come by itself. It's going to come through partnerships. Really lean into the partnerships partnership. Really lean into the stability and the groundedness that networking can bring. Really, because that is your current energy right now. Your current energy is really asking you to lean into the stability of other people's network, not just your own. Other people's network. And if you're somebody who's introverted, I can definitely see how that could be a little bit icky. But networking doesn't have to be in the traditional sense that we know it, like going to a room of a bunch of people that you don't know and introducing yourself. No, use the friends that you have, because if you are somebody who's introverted, you most likely have really deep relationships with other people already. You already have these partnerships and relationships already built in. And so really use the network of people that you have to just kind of put your idea out there, whatever it is that you're looking for. Again, I'm feeling a partnership of some sort, and really feeling that because you've completed the cycle. You know who you are as a person. You know who you are, and what you really want in life. So really put that thing out there, put the idea out there, the idea for the home and partnership. Maybe there's an idea, that's how you find this person, by putting that idea out there, by really using the energy of the reciprocation, using the energy of reciprocity. That's a better word. Using the energy of reciprocity, there's really a give and a take. What you give out, you will receive. And what you're willing to receive, you're able to give out too. Because it isn't just about giving. It's also about receiving and allowing people to help you, and that's really important, allowing people to help you. So that is the reading for the month of March. I hope that these readings really resonated with you. And if they did, be sure to leave me a comment and let me know. I always love to hear how these readings resonate for people. And as always, please only take what feels right to you in your heart and leave the rest behind.